Education Assistant at the First Unitarian Church of Salt Lake City. Thank you so much for joining me to learn about the UU of the week. Once upon a time in, not Boston, but Cambridge, another city in Massachusetts, Edward Estlin Cummings was born in the year 1894. He lived until 1962. He went by his middle name, Estlin, but later he professionally became known as E. Cummings and was one of the most important American poets of the 20th century. He wrote modernist free-form poetry and experimented with spacing, punctuation, and capitalization. Some of his poems were seemingly just random letters and punctuation, but they did say real things. Here is one example about a cat, but I'm not going to try to read it. After that poem, you might be thinking that you can stop learning the rules to punctuation right now. But to that I say, you have to learn the rules first before you can break them. E. Cummings was also a painter, essayist, author, and playwright. And he was a Unitarian. His father, Edward Cummings, was a Unitarian minister at the South Congregational Church in Boston. Cummings wrote about his relationship with God often. He identified most with the Transcendentalists because he saw God in nature. One poem I'd like to share with you is called "Love is the Every Only God." Who spoke this earth so glad and big? Even a thing all small and sad. Man may his mighty fortress dig, for love beginning means return. Seas who could sing so deep and strong, one querying wave will whitely yearn. From each last shore and home come young, so truly, perfectly the skies, by merciful love whispered were, completes its brightness with your eyes, any illimitable star. Cummings decided that he wanted to be a poet when he was only 8 years old. He wrote every day. And then he went to Harvard and finally accomplished his goal. E. Cummings wrote nearly 3,000 poems. He published books of collected works and dabbled in many other art forms, but none were as successful as his poetry. E. Cummings' father died tragically, and he wrote about his grief in poetry. Grief is the name we've given to the emotions we feel after losing someone or something important to us. But grief can feel a lot of different ways. Sometimes it's sad, sometimes angry. Sometimes you can even feel happy when you remember a special person you have lost. This weekend, we will celebrate Memorial Day. This day is meant to recognize members of our military who have died. But on this day, we also like to remember our loved ones who have passed away. The last poem I want to share by E. Cummings is called "I Carry Your Heart with Me." What do you think it means? I carry your heart with me. I carry it in my heart. I am never without it. Anywhere I go, you go, my dear. And whatever is done by me is your doing, my darling. I fear no fate, for you are my fate, my sweet. I want no world, for beautiful you are my world, my true. And it's you are whatever a moon has always meant, and whatever a sun will always sing is you. Here is the deepest secret nobody knows. Here is the root of the root, and the bud of the bud, and the sky of a tree called life, which grows higher than soul can hope or mind can hide. And this is the wonder that's keeping the stars apart. I carry your heart. I carry it in my heart.